Economic growth is the most powerful instrument for reducing poverty and improving the quality of life in developing countries. Both cross and country research and country case studies provide overwhelming evidence that rapid and sustained growth is critical to making faster progress towards the Millennium Development Goals, in this case, in many ASEAN and non-ASEAN countries. The experience of developing countries the 1918 and 1919 show the growth is accompanied by more or less equal opportunities to increase or reduce inequality. However, the asset part itself can be important, as holding assets as collateral can expand access to financial markets. The difference between the three research models examined is that model 1 to examine table 3 and 4 of MenQ. Research using data from last 29 years. Meanwhile, model 2 adds the poverty variable and then tests its relationship with economic growth. This research used a quantitative approach. The data studied is secondary data from 184 countries in the 1919 until 2019 period. The data source used this research come from two databases: Penworth table published by the Coordination Center for Growth and Development, Universities of Groningen, and the Global Data Laboratory. The data analysis technique for this research is regression between the dependent and dependent variable.
The first model that we used to analyze the correlation of income per capita and initial income in the year of 1990 to 2019 in both Asia and non-Asian countries. Based on the table that we've gotten, many of the non-Asian countries and Asian countries have a significant tendency towards initial income on an economic growth scale. These results confirms that many countries are walking away from poverty rather than numerous Asian countries. Poverty is really spreading like wildfires nowadays, and we are very optimistic that many countries are trying to boost their economic welfare by the time being. The second model that we use is this, and we use to analyze the correlation of income per capita, initial income, initial population growth, and the poverty gap in the year of 1990 to 2019 in both Asia and non-Asia countries. Based on the table that we've gotten, some of the Asian countries have no significant tendency towards income per capita, initial income, capital population growth, and the poverty gap on an economic growth scale. This may be due to some Asian countries still facing numerous economic issues, from workplace, gender equality, region, education, and etc. World Bank also shows that out of 117 developing countries with population of more than half of a million, only 18 countries can be defined as having had successful growth experience in the 1990s. These are countries that narrowed the gap with the OECD countries over the 1990s.
Just like first SGD, SGD 1 aims to end poverty in all it from everywhere. Its objective include ensuring that the entire population, and especially the poorest and most vulnerable, have equal right to economic resources, access to basic service, poverty and land control, natural research and new technology. For all these reasons, ending poverty and closing the poverty gap in all forms everywhere requires the entire global community to get involved.